Hello?
Yep.
Yo, I said I got a hot take. That is not a hot take. All right, bro. You know me. I've played
hello?
every single. Yo, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right.
You hear me?
I said, yeah. I said, you know me. I played every single Fire Emblem, okay?
Uh-huh.
Every single Fire Emblem that's
Every
come to the
single one.
U.S. That's come to the U.S. So,
Uh-huh.
like, none of, like, I think there's like 4 that I haven't played because they just didn't come to the U.S. So I've played, okay, but hear me out. I have not played every single one. I've played and beaten every single one that's come to the U.S. Okay, so there's a difference. The only exception being Birthright and the crossover. And that's only because I hated Conquest so much I didn't bother. So needless to say, I played every Fire Emblem, okay?
Uh-huh.
All right. Here's what I'm going to say. You know what the best Fire Emblem ever made is?
Hot take.
Bro.
Hot take.
Best Fire Emblem ever made is named Baldur's Gate 3. That's,
Yo, that is a hot take.
like, that's why I said it's a hot take. That's not a hot take. Like, bro,
Right.
like.
So you
Yo,
think
can you hear me?
Baldur's Gate? You think Baldur's Gate 3 took some stuff from Fire Emblem?
I don't even want to say it took stuff because like Baldur's Gate 2, I guess it took stuff from Baldur's Gate 2 and all that.
Yeah.
But the problem is that everything that people like about Fire Emblem, like people like Wave and everybody, like Baldur's Gate 3 does better. Like everything that I liked about the original Fire Emblem series, Baldur's Gate 3 just does better. Like if you're like, oh, I like the relationships with the characters, like Baldur's Gate 3, like the relationships in Fire Emblem are like playing the NES, the ones in like this are like playing like the Switch, like it's just like, oh, if I like the one thing I would say is that Fire Emblem does better is that you can it can be more about the fight. Like if you're a person that just really cares about the fighting, you're gonna get more of that in Fire Emblem. Just because like in Baldur's Gate 3, like you don't necessarily know when the next fight is gonna come because there's so much story versus like in Fire Emblem, if you just want to fight, you can like create it where you can just fight.
Uh-huh.
So that's the only thing I would say that but like I said, like people like Wave and the people that rebooted Fire Emblem, they liked more about the story. So I was listening to like the Nintendo voice chat and Zach Ryan, who I don't necessarily agree with his opinions ever, but he said that he played like he had always hated on Fire Emblem. That was one reason I couldn't stand him. But then he said he finally played Three Houses and that he really loved it. And that he turned the difficulty down all the way to easy because he didn't care about the game. He cared more about the relationships and stuff. But I'm like, if that's your case, then you would love Baldur's Gate 3 1,000 times more than Fire Emblem to begin with. So I would want Fire Emblem to steal a lot of that Baldur's Gate 3 did. Is what I'm saying. Because instead of having maybe 30 characters, you shorten that down to like 6 or 7. And because you have 6 and 7 instead of 30, you got like 6 or 7 characters that are very fleshed out and have intricate like relationships, intricate dialogue, intricate like voice acting.
Yeah.
And you just you focus on making the world a lot better.
That makes sense. Like, yeah. Seems like that would be better anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like Baldur's Gate 3, because in Fire, like there's pros and cons. Because in Fire Emblem, you got like 30 characters. If you hate 10 of them with your every being of your bone, you still got 20 characters. But in Baldur's Gate 3, if you hate 2 of them, you're only left with like 4 or something.
Yeah.
Which is good and bad because sometimes
Yep.
in Fire Emblem you got so many guys that are riding the pine. So
Yep. Bro. Well, moving on from Fire Emblem. What other game do you want to bring into the mix for a potential showing here?
I would say, we know that Pokemon's coming out, but that's still Switch. But technically, but the main disappointment from Pokemon is like, bro, they did not learn any lessons from the last one. Not a single lesson.
You saw the new one they showed?
Yeah, I saw 1 second of it, and I clicked off. I was like, oh gosh, like, oh no. I was like, bro, that looks so bad.
Graphically, they did not. However, they have changed the battle system to.
But bro, they're not even trying, bro.
So, well, I agree on the graphic, and they need some new people on that end of things. But putting that aside, if we grade the graphics very low, then we could also say for the battle system, they made it like like in the show, it would Ash would always be like, Pikachu, dodge it, or jump over that, or something like that, But you couldn't do that before in the game. Obviously, you just like use a move. And now it's actually like that, where you're like, you can command the Pokemon not only to attack, but to like dodge the other attacks. Like it's like live time kind of battling like that. So that was cool.
Yeah, man, I don't know, man.
But I don't think it's ever gonna. I don't think this game is gonna reach outside the Pokemon fans, but they don't really care because they got plenty of Pokemon.
Yeah, but that's the problem, bro. Is that they're sitting on like a gold mine and like the biggest lead in history, and all it takes is fans are fickle, as you can see with I hate to say it, but even people like Wave that were supporting people that like blatantly ripped them off. Because even though it was a blatant ripoff, bro, it looked 1,000 times better than Pokemon did, which should not be the case. Like a no-name company should not be able to look even though the hardware is different. Bro, it should not look that much better.
To me, it didn't look better. It looked jank, ugly. That's my opinion. I think it's because I know all the Pokemon and their models, and I could tell that everyone. It's like
I didn't mean from a model standpoint. I meant from just the world of the textures and the grass and bro. If you look at the Pokemon game, it looks way worse than Breath of the Wild, and Breath of the Wild is like a 10-year-old game.
Yeah, it's because they're like NetherRealm.
They have no excuse. I'm not talking about the models themselves. Cause the models of that new game looks like AI generated.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, there's 2 points to make here. One point is that as much as you say fans are fickle and Wave likes that game so much, Wave is buying every single Pokemon game that comes out here to the next infinity. Yeah, I don't care what he says.
He is. But I'm just saying,
okay.
I meant public. I'm just saying, public opinion for them, because, bro, they're sitting so high up. When's the last time that Pokemon has had a negative public opinion? Just from even the casuals who don't care about graphics. Because remember, even when people like Digimon was going to take that throne, and then what was the other one? Dude, what was that one recent one that Wave was all about too? With
they could
those on 3DS.
What
was that one that was on 3DS?
A huge amount and still be the highest in IP.
Dude, what was that 3DS one called again? You know what I'm talking about?
Talking about Sun and Moon?
Bro, the popular one. Nah, I'm talking about the Pokemon killer that was supposed to kill Pokemon.
On 3? Oh, Yokai Watch?
Yeah, Yokai. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm saying like even when all those games would come out and they were like the new Pokemon killer, I don't think any of them made as much noise as that also ran game that just came out did. Because the other ones were literally trying to look like Pokemon, but they had their own stuff. Whereas this one was like, let's make ours look better than Pokemon. Like, not the actual characters, of course, they look bad, but like the world, like in all, like it was obviously using like Baby's first Unreal Engine, but at the same time, it was like, bro, it was like Pokemon should at a bare minimum be like, hey, these guys are doing this. We can do a little more with ours. Like,
Yep.
we got
Bro.
unlimited funding, bro.
All
Unlimited
right. Well,
funding.
let's not go too far in this because we've already had like 3 other podcasts with rants about this.
Yeah, they need it, man.
Okay.
It's bad, man.
Bro, everybody and their mother knows that Game Freak needs to step up the game on,
Bro,
on
it's bad,
graphics.
man.
Okay. Now,
Bro, I
all
saw
that
that
is to
dude. I
say,
was bad, man.
this is irrelevant because they just had that Pokemon Presents where they shot the game, so they'll probably just have like a highlight reel, like 1 minute trailer thing of this game, if anything. Pokemon, like it won't be a focus on this Switch presentation. I don't think.
Yeah, I think they're also gonna show it. I think their big game is gonna be Animal Crossing.
You think that, bro? You think it's time?
Bro, they're the same people that make Splatoon. So, just think. Animal Crossing came out 5 years ago.
Bro, you say they're
COVID.
the same people that make Splatoon, but they're also the same people that make Xenoblade and Breath of the Wild and everything else.
No, but I'm saying like the company itself, like the same developers, like Intelligent Systems makes Fire Emblem and like Mario, like Paper Mario. Like the people that make Splatoon only make Splatoon and Animal Crossing. Like,
Yeah, but well, I mean, I think like a lot of the groundwork though for like the world and all that stuff is done by Monolith Soft.
yeah, but I'm saying like they obviously like split their studio up, but like the main dude like that makes it, how like there's like Inuma or whatever who does Zelda, like the
Right.
main dude that makes Splatoon, like are the main two guys. They're the ones that make Animal Crossing.
Like
So
the
like
head of
they're
the head of the direction or whatever it is.
yeah, so they pretty much just alternate with those two games, and so that's why a lot of people were mad that Animal Crossing didn't get DLC, but it was like of course because they were working on Splatoon,
Right.
but at the same time, like Splatoon 3, like obviously with the DLC, they can just make the grunts do that. So they've been working on Animal Crossing for like, however many years. Like it's time.
Yeah.
Before they were like, okay, like Splatoon hit, so they're like, all right, y'all the Animal Crossing studio, but now focus on Splatoon because Splatoon is bigger. But then after 2020, like, bro, like they're both on the same pedestal now. Like, obviously, Animal Crossing is bigger nationwide, but Japan's still king, and I mean, Splatoon's still king in Japan. So,
Okay, so you think that's their holiday game, Animal Crossing?
yo,
Or you think Mario? You said Mario,
yeah,
right?
that's what I'm hoping.
You
Is
think
Mario's
Animal
a holiday
Crossing is
game.
like a summer game?
Yeah, I think it's a summer game. Like,
Yo, if
you
they
know,
dropped Mario Kart, Animal Crossing, and Mario 3D Mario one year, that's
yeah,
insane to me.
you think that, but that's not far off from what they did with the Switch One.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah, I
you
know.
And I think that's why they delayed it a year too, because I don't think Animal Crossing would have been done because they still had Splatoon 3. I don't think 3D I bet like Mario Kart has obviously been sitting in the vault forever. Metroid's been sitting in the vault, but I think they really wanted time for 3D Mario and Animal Crossing so that they could like hit us with the
Yeah.
the Gatling gun.
I do think.
And
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that also might have given Fire Emblem some time for a logo, because Xenoblade obviously dropped not too long ago. Fire Emblem dropped not too long ago. But I wouldn't be surprised to see like people want Path of Radiance, the Fire Emblem game. But bro,
Yeah.
the modern Fire Emblem fan would not care about that game if I'm honest.
Yep.
But yeah, I think
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I feel like if Nintendo hit with those, that's like an unstoppable year one outside of having Zelda.
Yeah, it definitely is. I'll say too. Well, first of all, on Animal Crossing, do you think they're finally gonna like make that game a modern game? It's kind of like we were talking about with Pokemon, right? But like Animal Crossing, you had that stupid loading screen that took forever to go from island to island, and it was like so. It was addicting, but it was like so basic in a lot of ways. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think just with the power of the Switch too, they'd be able to do that.
Yeah, because they had like the thing where you kind of where you had to do the thing where you had to visit a random island to get the partner, the animal buddy to come to your island and like all this stuff. But the way it happened, it was like so like convoluted that is like, man, like you only wanted to do that so many times before you kind of like gave up and be like, all right, I'm just gonna stick with these couple animal buddies when there's like 50 more in the game to see, like if they or more than that, if they actually had a way that wasn't so like crazy, like I'm just gonna keep going to random islands till I finally get one guy I like or something. But instead of like,
Yo,
different systems.
I was gonna say, with the power of the Switch too, it shouldn't be a problem. Like, bro, you see that like a chart that showed the power difference between a Switch and like a Switch 2? Bro.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, with the GameCube stacked up.
Yeah. So I think one of their big selling points they're gonna show us that you can probably share the island with a friend.
That's what I was thinking, bro.
Yeah,
Like on the
because this thing,
internet, like across the world.
yeah, because people do that all the time with like Roblox.
Right.
And I think another thing they'll say like, hey, it can be seamless and fast. And
Yeah.
I also think that playtest game, remember that playtest game that was a secret?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's Nintendo's like that could be Nintendo's new day one game because like from all accounts it was like a Roblox type game.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they like try to use that as like their new what do you call it? Like their new 1-2 switch or something. Like, hey, we got this new Roblox game that you guys can play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because with Animal Crossing, like I'm with you. Like I feel like it was cool, but at the same time, it felt like you said, it was like, okay, I gotta go to this loading screen. I'm watching for 10 years, and then I gotta wait for my friend to come over here, and then it didn't work, so he's gotta try it again. But I think part of that was just they didn't expect their servers to be that busy with that many people playing the game.
Bro, I'm gonna say
Yo,
something crazy.
huh?
I think they're showing Smash Bros at the end.
Bro, for sure they are, but bro, it's gonna be like every other time where Iwata's or Sakurai is gonna be like, well, they announced it without me knowing. Bro, but with Smash Bros, bro, like,
I don't think we're gonna get the whole thing until like September or whatever, like details. But
because I've said it before. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
I said this before, but like Smash Bros is just kind of a mess right now. Because like, bro, the best and worst thing he ever did was Ultimate.
Yeah, how are you gonna top it? We talked about that
Because
before,
also,
but
yeah, like bro, like also a lot of the characters are just fundamentally broken. Like, it's going in the same. like trickiness that Mortal Kombat has right now, where they got certain characters that just don't like, like Sub-Zero, like he has to have ice clones, but they try to balance the ice clones too much, where it's at the point where they're just useless.
Yeah. Oh, they Omega buffed him, by the way, just as a side note.
Yeah.
Buffed
Yo,
him.
it took forever.
Yeah. They Omega buffed him to the point where Tom Brady, who's always complaining, not for the listeners, not the football Tom Brady, but the Mortal Kombat player Tom Brady, he's not complaining about Sub-Zero. He's like, I finally have the Sub-Zero I want. So if he's not complaining, then that character's pretty good. But he's always complaining. Anyways, yeah, I think you're right. But I think it'll just be a teaser. Maybe the most fun question is, how do you think it'll tease it? Because remember before it was like the Splatoon character's eye? It kind of like had the reflection of the fire in it.
Yeah, I just want them to tease it. Yeah, not to bring Michael W. Smith into this, but I want them to go back to the heart of worship, man. I want them to just, I want them to like focus on the basic, man.
Yeah. I do think it's time for just a new, like a revamp.
Yo, it really is. Like,
as much as I love it.
Yeah. Like, bro, like, here's the thing. Speed has killed in every single game. It's like, and he's tried to fix it in every single game.
Yeah.
Like, he has. Like, we can't say he hasn't tried to fix it. Like, he's tried to fix speed. But the more, like, he has a balancing problem. The more that he balances, the worse he makes the games. Remember, like, I don't know if you remember, but Sonic was ultimately trash in Smash Wii U.
Yeah.
Like, and then he was trash. Like, not even bad, it's trash. Because he didn't want him to be too good. When they buffed this man, I remember Luigi was trash. And they buffed that man. They buffed a lot of them, and to the point where they like are so annoying, not fun to fight at all. Almost every character in that game is not fun to fight.
Yeah.
I remember when Samus used to be really bad. Oh boy. Remember Samus used to be really bad. And then he listened to like people. Yeah, let me get on a tangent. Here's what he should do with Samus. I'll tell you more. Are you ready for this? Oh, bro, no one in Smash Bros. Should have a reflector.
Okay.
That's the first thing. No one should have a reflector because reflectors are the reason why Samus and other characters cannot be balanced. But absolutely no one should have a reflector. And second of all, like her, like stuff like her pro, because the problem is that her like neutral B and stuff deletes your shield, so you can't just shield it. And he can't, because you could say, okay, let's just make it where you can shield her projectile, but she has to charge it all the way that it can do damage on your shield. The problem is that wouldn't be fair because there's people with reflectors that would like make her blast like dumb anyways. So the thing is, no one should have a reflector in that game. And projectiles like hers should not do that much like stuff on shield. Like it just shouldn't. It should either get reflected back at her if you perfect parry it, or it should just like not really even eat shield at all. Like that's how you fix the projectiles in that game.
I can see where you're going. I don't know. I just want it to be a like new look to the game, like new ideas for new moves. But it is really hard when you have like Fox and Captain Falcon are pretty much like not even who they are from their games, but they're who they are from Smash Bros. Because of Smash
Bros. That's what I'm saying. That's the problem. It's just because you're trying to put moves in like Captain Falcon's Falcon Punch, and like people will get mad if that move's not slow and
Oh
powerful. But it's
yeah.
like, bro, you need the move change because that move either like the move is like no in between. It either sucks or it's stupid.
Yeah.
Stuff like like Fox's up kick. Why does he have that up kick? Because he's always had it. Why does he have that up smash? Because he's always had it. Like, bro, that's not a good reason as to why someone has it.
Falcon Punch. Falcon Punch is slow and does damage, but it's like nothing compared to like I don't know, like
Yo, facts. Like,
Kazuya Mishima's electric uppercut thing. Like, that's invincible. That leads to death. Like, bro.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make any sense, man.
Yeah, it doesn't. But let's not go too crazy with far because I don't
Yeah.
want to get off the Switch 2
I
prediction.
mean, but that's just what I want to say as far as Smash
Yeah.
Bros. That in order for me to get excited for it again, it would need just a revamp so it stays like Street Fighter, not like Mortal Kombat, where you're trying to like you're in no man's land every time.
Yeah. Well, I think if they announce like even half of what we predicted, it'll be an awesome presentation on as far as first party. But let's get into third party stuff. Yeah.
Oh
Who do you
wait, I
think
had
is?
one more for first
Go. Oh,
party.
you got
Okay,
one more. All right.
yeah, I'm gonna say they're gonna announce Smash when it's not done. I'm gonna say that they're also going to announce Zelda when it's not done. Oh yeah, I'm also gonna say they're gonna show GameCube, which to me is because
Yeah.
every single good GameCube game is mostly like already remade anyways.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say they're gonna first of all, let me say if they announce a Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom remaster, I will rage. I'll rage, man.
What if they let you
Rage.
like upgrade to it
Nah, bro.
at
Oh,
a
can you
lower
upgrade
cost?
it? That would be cool. Like if you can upgrade it, or they say this is available now, like bro, or like available, like bro, yeah, that's cool. But if it's a new game or anything, bro, nah, I'll rage. I will rage. Bro, I will rage.
Yeah, I don't think we want that.
Like, yeah, we do not want it. There's just people, I'll rage every time on NBC when they say we just need a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and hopefully that was just Mario Kart. Like, bro,
What?
like,
Yeah,
like
that's
no.
insane. Yeah, they don't know. They don't know what they're talking about. What the
Mario Kart 8 again, nah, I'll hurt someone.
hell? Yeah, for real. If I see that name, that title again come in my face, it's something I'm supposed to buy now.
Yo, facts. If there's any Switch, bro, because here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing that we forget about the Switch. Bro, half the games it was tough to be excited for because they
Yep.
were all re-releases.
Yep. But only for us.
So
Only for the true
yeah,
fans, man.
yeah. So we had Mario Kart 8 re-release. We had freaking what was it? Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, Donkey Kong
Yeah.
Country Returns. We had what else? Xenoblade Chronicles X. We got Xenoblade
And Xenoblade. Yeah, the
Chronicles.
first one. Yeah.
Yeah, we got what else we get? Thousand Year Door. We got Mario RPG.
Yep.
We got Pikmin 3, Pikmin
Yep.
2.
Yeah,
Um,
Pokin.
yeah, you got Poke. Bro, that was so long ago. I forgot we got that. Bro, that was a
Yeah.
long time ago.
Yeah, I would
What
love
else did we get? Like I said, we got 3D. We got Mario Bros. Like New Super Mario Bros. We got
Yep.
What was it called? Mario Maker, which is essentially just Mario Maker Switch.
Yep.
Like they re-released so many games on the Switch. Where it was
Yeah.
like the first half, like the first years were like all new games, and the latter half was like a bunch of re-releases.
Yep.
Because that's one reason why I'm excited for Switch 2 because I feel like we're gonna get new games.
Yeah, because we pretty much have it's in a weird place where now we've played everything. Like now everybody has played it all. Like everybody like it's all the games are on the popular system now, so they can't like just do that again.
I know, and because like from now on, like I was telling I was like, from now on, there should never be, oh, this is a remaster. No, because like the lineup should be seamless now. Because like every game should be available from now until all time for the most part.
Right.
So we don't want you to have to say like, oh, here is a remaster of, Mario Odyssey. Like, no, like it's already on the Switch. Like, don't try to sell us Mario Odyssey again. Oh, here's like, bro, like, dog. Like, if they start doing that crap, I'll get so mad.
Oh, they still got the game. They still got the GameCube games and the Wii games to put on there.
Like, but I think that you just can't remaster Melee, like,
Yeah.
or Mario Kart Double Dash. I don't think multiplayer games are worth like, doing that stuff for.
They'll probably just have them on the Nintendo Online thing.
Yeah, I hope they do, man. Like, but as far as third party games, like we're having Doom. That's they've secretly been supporting Nintendo forever.
Yeah.
But
that's a fact.
they got to have Baldur's Gate 3 and Elden Ring day one.
Locks. Those are locks.
Like, bro, they gotta have those day one. I'm talking
locks,
like day one.
Uno.
Like, I know that the Switch 2 will definitely be able to handle Elden Ring. But bro, I don't know if it can handle Baldur's Gate 3 to a degree because Baldur's Gate 3 was already crashing and stuff on like Xbox. Like, bro, that would be like
yeah.
The same thing with Elden Ring. Both the games would be great. I said Baldur's Gate 3 was great.
Hang on, let me break that. Yep. Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I said Baldur's Gate 3 was made for handheld.
Yeah, but I think they'll probably have somebody make it specific, like port it specifically for Switch, like they do with some of the Switch 2, like they did for Mortal Kombat, some of those other games, because those developers they don't really need all that hardware to run the game. It's just like a lazy way out where they don't have to figure out how to make the file size smaller. They just pretty much like make the game, and because like Monolith Soft does games that are insanity. It's one on the Switch and stuff is because they use their I guess you call it programming skills or whatever it is, where they make the file size not like massive. Like if you ever tried to download Mortal Kombat on the Switch, it's like 50 bajillion gigabytes, where it doesn't need to be like that.
Yeah, but can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but the thing is, they're gonna be working with way more power with this thing, because
Right.
before they were like having to do that on a scrubby system like the Switch, but now the Switch 2, bro, that thing's got way more power, and they've all been putting stuff on the PS4. Like, bro, that's part of the reason why the PS5 has been so bad, is that like they showed that the PS5 has been out since 2020. They showed there's only been like 6 exclusives on
That's
the PS5
insane.
that you can't. Bro, that's nuts.
That's insane.
They said that you can't play somewhere else.
That's insane.
Yo, for real, man. Because think about it. Even Street Fighter 5 or Street Fighter 6 is on the PS4 because that's where JR plays it. So before you'd be like, oh, I need a PS5 to play this, but bro, it's been like, oh, you're like Spider-Man. Oh, I need this. Like, no, it's on the PS4.
Yeah, know, that's crazy.
Yeah, so like that's what I'm just hoping. I'm like, okay, just get rid of the Switch. I hope Nintendo doesn't do that too. They're like still trying to make games like that you can play on the Switch. I'm like, nah, man, just kill it off.
Yeah. Yep. Just kill it off. I
Hey,
mean, there
bro.
shouldn't be any reason that they need to, because like it should be pretty easy for people to make the transition if they say, "Hey, you get to keep all your games. You go over to the new system, and now we're just going to release stuff just for that system." Like, you know,
Yeah, you would hope so.
you'd think so, yeah. But all they got to do is just make Mario Kart and like Smash Bros. And Pokemon, those kind of things exclusive. Which actually, I think that new Pokemon they announced is also coming out for the Switch
Yo, 100% is.
because they
Bro, have you seen the graphics of that thing?
well, it's not about that. I'm saying they announced that last year, bro. Because the graphics will be bad if it's on Switch here or whatever. Because it's Game Freak, they don't try with that. but I think they announced it last. It's kind of like a Metroid thing. They announced it early last year, and so that's the problem with Metroid Prime 4 too. Is they got it on Switch One as well. They have it on the Switch. It's on
Bro,
Switch too.
here's the thing. Metroid kind of needs it because, bro, like Metroid could release on Switch that has 100 million people bought it, and it still might
Yeah.
not break a million. Now you're selling it to a console that's only gonna have like whatever, and like, bro, I don't know. Like Metroid just doesn't sell too well, so they kind of need that Switch boost versus like Pokemon. Like they're kind of thinking about the kids. The kids aren't going to be able to get a Switch 2 year one, so they're trying to get some sales.
Yeah.
That was the thing too, is that the Switch never came out on the Wii U, or the Pokemon never came out on the Wii U.
Yep.
Because like kids, if you think about it, like Pokemon didn't wasn't on the 3DS anymore, so people had to buy a Switch for Pokemon. And then like if your brother has it, then the kids get it. So your kid need 3 Switches in order to play Pokemon. That was part of the reason why the Switch was able to sell so well. Well, I
Yep.
don't think Game Freak, because Game Freak always seems like they'll like tailor to the system that's one step behind.
Yep.
So I don't know if so I don't think they're gonna release it. I don't think they'll have a Switch 2 version. Like they should. Like Nintendo should be like, nah, y'all making like a Switch and
Well,
a Switch 2 version.
yeah, I don't know if it will be just like playable on Switch 2 just because all games are playable, or if they'll actually have a Switch 2 version. But I will say the next one, because this one is not a mainline Pokemon game, it's a spin off one. So hopefully the next generation will be just Switch 2. I hope. Yeah, but Game Freak is kind of weird because they're kind of like telling Nintendo, prove it to us that you can sell the hardware before we put our game on there.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're in this weird, like, bro, they're in an awkward relationship where like Game Freak wants to sell it on the thing that's selling best, which I
Yeah.
mean only makes sense. But at the same time, Game Freak like does not want to try to like put their best effort graphics wise or power wise into a game. Like,
Yeah,
they just beat to their own drum.
it's just gonna take like somebody, whoever it is, that's in charge over there at whatever point. Like somebody, there needs to just be some changeover, and whoever's in charge, that it takes like the new young blood to say, no, we gotta make this look right. Like we gotta have some integrity. Kind of like the Splatoon guys came in. It's like, oh, let's do something new.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's my main gripe with Pokemon is that when I saw the new one, I was like, I'm not gonna get my hopes up. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. When I saw it, I was like, bro, I was like, this looked exactly like the last game that everyone was trashing. Like, bro, they heard all the criticism. They heard it. And they did nothing to make it look any better. Like, bro, the graphics, like the power of the Switch, is not an excuse when you can have Breath of the Wild that looks like that,
Yep.
and it was on the Wii freaking U. It looked better. Like
Xenoblade Chronicles X.
we
It's
know what
on
I'm
the Wii
saying,
U and like
but
blows the water, blows Pokemon out of the water.
but I'm saying at the bare minimum, bro, that game was on the freaking Wii U. Like, bro, I'm not even talking about Xenoblade Chronicles X, like because they're not gonna do that. I'm talking about Breath of the freaking Wild, man. Like that game is so way big. It has all that stuff. Like, bro, like Pokemon, they got no freaking excuse, man. None. Like they're just not even trying. Like I know it's because they don't want to
No, they're
let
not.
anybody else in. Like they just want to
Yep.
go in house. But it's like, bro, like, the people y'all got in house are not good.
They're trash.
Like they gotta hurt some feelings,
Bro, yeah, I was gonna say, like, do those people not look online and be like, dang,
bro. That's what
people
I'm
don't
saying, bro.
respect
They're
us?
getting trashed like everywhere. Getting trashed. You got like, bro. IGN has the most diehard girls that are Pokemon fans ever, and they trash Sword and Shield, or not Sword and Shield, but the
Scarlet and Violet.
yeah, they were trashing Scarlet Violet. They're like Pokemon everything.
Nah,
Bro,
we'll
remember
see.
that one girl that was on NBC
Oh
that
yeah,
she only lives and breathes
Casey
Monster Hunter
DeFreitas.
Pokemon?
Oh yeah,
Bro, she
Casey
was
DeFreitas.
trashing it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's kind of like but Casey's still gonna always buy it. It's the same. It's the problem of
Yeah,
like
they're
if
all
you want them
fine.
to change, then you know, because I
Well,
still love like the battling system. I still love seeing all the new Pokemon, all that kind of stuff, and
yeah, because
so
yeah, that's the
we're part
problem
of
is
the
that they're
problem.
buying it. Yeah, that's why I I bought Arceus because I was like, okay, this is gonna be cool. And then as I played it, I was like, bro, this game is like not it for me. Like
Yeah, but you
they're
know
not
what? My
making
wife is playing that for like the fourth or fifth time right now.
like
So
I'm like, bro, they just like the game like Arceus is also very much like under the guise of an open world game, but it's very
yeah,
much still like in the N64 zones like type of
yep,
game
yep,
with loading screens and stuff.
yep, yep.
That's what I'm hoping for with like with the new Metroid game. I'm like, bro, like it better be with like no loading screens and like you know it better be like worlds you can fly to.
I'm not very hopeful about that. I
Yeah,
just don't
because
know, man. Like, I could see it going like one way where they try to be too much like the old Metroid games, the Metroid Prime games, which is gonna be bad. But if they did it and they went a new direction, I'd be happy.
I know you don't want to, but you should watch a Let's Play of Resident Evil Village.
Uh
Like,
huh.
bro, if you watch that, because essentially what the Resident Evil games are is a Metroidvania.
Right.
And so if you watch those, you'll be like, bro, these graphics look amazing. And bro, do you know that that game is actually on the Switch?
No, I didn't
Bro,
know that.
it looks amazing on the Switch because that's when people were complaining that they did the whatchamacallit.
The streaming one, yeah.
Yeah,
Where
the
you had the
streaming. It looks amazing on Switch.
yeah
But
the
yeah,
cloud the
those get
cloud version.
yeah, the cloud, yeah. I mean it looks amazing on Switch. Obviously I haven't played it, so I don't know what it runs like on Switch.
Yeah.
But if you watch a Let's Play of it, bro, it dog, that looks the game. It looks fun, man. Like, do I want to play it? No. I'm hoping Metroid does something like that. Have really good graphics.
That'll be fun.
Like okay, I don't want any scary stuff, man. But yeah,
Yeah, not too scared. Like, bro, I'll be honest. Playing Dread, and the little parts where the robot is chasing you just freaks me out. Like, it makes me so freaking scared. Like I know it's a video game, but yo, I'm like, it's not fun. This thing is chasing me. Like, it like catches me and like kills me, and I have to go back and do it again. And it's like freaky and it's weird. It did give me that sense of dread, like for real. But I'm like, that was not fun, man. I don't even like it. I want to like finish it as quick as possible, get to the rest of the game. And that's why I didn't really think the game was that great, because it was pretty much Super Metroid plus those little those little robot like things like randomly stuck in the middle of like those little robot rooms stuck in the middle of Super Metroid. So I was like, bro, can y'all Metroid fools ever do a game that's not just Super Metroid? Like a 2D one that's not just another version of Super Metroid, which is a great game, but I don't want to play it 5 times. And then,
Yo, for real.
Metroid Prime is the same thing. Can y'all just do something different with the 3D games, man? It's not scan it, scan it, scan it, scan it.
I thought they were
Okay.
actually trolling. Yeah, I thought they were actually trolling when the thing that they showed scanning.
on the Metro Prime trailer, Metro Prime 4 trailer.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I know y'all. I was like, bro, I know y'all trolling right now.
Oh my gosh,
Like, I thought scanning was a thing of the past.
bro! In this world, we like in this day and age, man. Like when we were like 8 or 9, we had the time to do that, bro. In this day and age, I'm not sitting there scanning everything, man. I'm not.
Yo,
I'm
and
sorry.
yo, bro. Also, I'm like, bro, she needs to talk, bro. Like, I know that y'all got hurt because she talked in the Ninja, like Team Ninja game, but bro, Team Ninja is a bad developer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're horrible.
Like they
They're
only
horrible.
got they only got what do you call it, notoriety, because like they made the like Ninja Gaiden games during the Xbox days,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
So I've googled team like those Ninja
The
Gaiden
Dead or
games.
Alive games.
Yeah, but I googled those Ninja Gaiden games. I was like, oh yeah, I never got to play those. I'm gonna watch those, bro. They're actually really bad.
Yeah.
Like really bad.
Well, I played them back in the day.
Yeah, but I'm saying you
People
need to
just
go
liked them
back
because
and
of the
watch them.
blood.
Yeah, but I'm saying you need to go back and watch them now, bro. They are really bad.
Yeah, I
They
didn't think they
don't
were that
age
great back
well.
then.
Yeah, they didn't age well at all. They
Uh,
didn't age well at all. So I'm like, bro, just because like the game got panned, like y'all need to give Samus a voice. Y'all need to have other people in the game. Like, bro, come on, dog.
yeah, Zay had an Xbox back in the day. I rented Ninja Gaiden on there and played it. And it was cool for like the first few minutes when you play it because you're a ninja and you're doing stuff. But then you're like, oh, this is really just about like how much blood can we put on the screen and look cool like to the Mortal Kombat people.
Yo,
Like
did you
people
see
are like,
that game Team Ninja made that was like supposed to be like Ghost of Tsushima?
no. Well, maybe
Bro,
I did.
it looks bad. Like I'll try to look it up. If it came out, bro, it game is bad.
Bro. Yeah, all I remember is like, remember that one, remember that one fighting game tournament I went to? Sonic Fox was there. They had the like director or Team Ninja was there because he had given a pop bonus for tournament for Dead or Alive at that tournament. And Dead or Alive he was there in person, and Dead or Alive was just a bunch of like naked girl models
Oh,
fighting.
I know.
So it's so bad. Like, bro, are you guys legitimately playing this game? Like, really? Like, are we serious right now? Like, it's literally just naked girl model number 1, naked girl model number 2.
Yo, I
Yeah,
forgot about that series, honestly.
that's Team Ninja too, man. I hate them.
Yeah, I mean they were slapping during the like Xbox days, but like now they're like nah.
Yeah.
What the heck, bro? I googled to see if they're even still a thing. You know, I'm about to send this to you on Facebook.
Oh, is it safe for work, man?
Yeah, but the game itself might not be.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let me see this.
Yo,
I think we got off on a tangent, but I'll bring us back in a minute. Hang on. Let's see here. Oh, okay.
yo, I'm like, bro, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine this is what this fighting game series has like devolved into?
Yeah, for real, man. Yep. Sonic Fox's favorite game.
I want to veto you on that. I don't think he would actually care much about that game.
No, he loves that game. I know for a fact he loves that game.
This version of the game, bro, I don't know if he loved this one.
He loves Dead or Alive. Him and his brother grew up playing. That's how he got so good at fighting games, because he grew up playing Dead or Alive.
Bro, this is, but yo, are you not seeing what this game is, though?
Yes.
Yo,
Yes.
this is not a fighting game, is what I'm telling you.
I know.
I'm saying I don't think he would have much interest in this particular game.
Yes, I understand, bro. I
I
understand.
do not think he would have.
Yes, I do understand that.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. But yeah.
Yeah, I think someone else we know might not have interest in this game either.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
I do not think there would be interest there.
All right, so to let you rant for a second, yeah. What 30 games? What third-party games are dropping other than obvious Elden Ring and Baldur's Gate 3? What kind of new partnerships are like unexpected ones? Because Switch had huge success, so then like everybody's gonna want to be a part of the party now, as opposed to Wii U days.
Yep.
Right, so what do you think it is? What's the surprise, bro? We know that Elden Ring and all that is coming.
I think they're getting Call of Duty. I mean, it was already said in the Microsoft leaks that they're getting Call of Duty, but they're getting Call of Duty. They're getting boring. They're getting boring Fortnite. They're probably getting Roblox.
Okay,
Minecraft, of course. Okay, well, I'm just trying to get those out of the way, because like if you're Nintendo, you gotta have those in the presentation. Like, I think, bro, there's rumors that they're getting the Master Chief Collection, which again, it's exciting, I know, but still.
Yeah. Queen Hockey wants to add her predictions for Switch 2 in here. Hang on.
She really doesn't.
Oh, why not? Come on. You should. That's it. All right, one clip. One little second from Queen Hockey. Nobody listens to our podcast anymore. No. Go ahead.
Hello, Benjamin.
Roanoke Trey.
Sorry.
Roanoke Trey 15.
Yes, ma'am.
This is Queen Hockey.
What's your prediction for Switch 2, Queen Hockey?
I already told you.
I know, but tell the podcast.
Nobody listens.
I know. Tell the people who don't listen. Tell Ray and like one other person who listens.
I just think it's gonna be more immersive. Like more, I don't know, AI, virtual reality, something. There's gonna be some kind of just more immersive. I don't know.
I heard her prediction was that they're gonna re-release the Harry Potter game, Hogwarts Legacy.
Did you play it?
No, because it was on Switch and it was like not great on Switch. So if it's on Switch too, I might get it.
Josh got it for me, and I had a really hard time getting into it. I'm still having finished it. I barely even started it. And I love Harry Potter, but I couldn't.
That's because the graphics on the Switch version weren't great.
Maybe that's what it was. Anyways, okay. All right.
I'll spell the one up.
King Hockey.
Yeah, don't leak my name. Right? King Hockey. You leaked all of our names. It's okay, they don't know the last name. There's 1,000 Joshuas and Bens. Dude, actually, every time I go to my bank, they always ask me, which one are you? They always ask me, which one are you? Like, they have like a whole bunch of Joshua, X last name in the system. Like, oh, what's your dress? Oh, yeah, we have a bunch of them in here, so we had to figure out. Like, dude, why? Anyways, bro.
Yeah, it used to be like the one with the biggest bank account. Just, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, for real, man. How much is in that bank account? Oh, yeah, I had more than that. It must be the other. Yeah, but anyway. Oh yeah, third parties, bro. Okay. I hope that they bring like, I don't think Street Fighter's coming because I think Sony's got a deal with them or whatever kind of thing, and I'm like mad about that, but I don't think they're coming. But I do think, as far as what I like fighting games, as far as what we like, I think.
Oh yeah.
I think Tekken might come.
I already heard that they said that Dragon Ball was going to come over there.
Like a new Dragon Ball?
No, the one that came out not too long ago.
Yeah, but isn't that already going to be on there because it's kind of a Switch one?
I don't think that was on Switch 1.
Oh, Sparking Zero.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't care about it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was like, yeah, that game's...
I thought you were talking about Fighter Z.
Nah.
I was going to say, the Sparking Zero, everybody was posting about it like madness. I was like, y'all are hyping this game like crazy. And then like 2 weeks later, nobody ever mentioned that game again a day in their life.
No, the problem was that they listened to fans because you can just pick. Like, bro, there's like no balancing mode on there. So you can just pick the strongest characters. And they're the strongest characters.
Just like Budokai Tenkaichi 3, but everybody forgets that was a different world when we were 8 years.
Yeah, because you couldn't play people online, so you could be like, "Oh, I'm the only one that's picking this," and like my friend that's coming over that doesn't know anything about Dragon Ball Z is gonna. I can convince him to pick Mr. Satan and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, when you play online, everybody knows who's cheap. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I lied. It wasn't like by the time we got to Tenkaichi 3, I was on the Wii and they had like a jank online, and that's exactly what happened. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was the only one that was online. That was it. So, bro, Bandai has to be the worst offender of like just shovelware. Oh my god, shovelware anime games. Like, take the anime licenses away from Bandai. My gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, My Hero games trash, garbage. But I do hope they bring the Tekken. I don't know. Tekken 8's been out for a while now, but they'll bring that over.
No, that's still pretty doable for a fighting game.
Yeah, I mean it's certainly like still being
like, bro,
played.
That's probably only like 1 year old, if anything, I guess.
I don't think it's 2 or 3. Oh, maybe it's just 1. Yeah, maybe it is 1.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Street Fighter is like 2 years old. It's like almost 2 years old.
Yeah. Tekken 8 was January 2024. It is just a year old. You're right.
Yeah. So I mean, it coming out is not like like bad.
Yeah. Do you think that has a chance?
Yeah, for sure. Because they work close with Nintendo.
Yeah, Bandai. Yeah, and they had Tekken Tag 2 on the Wii U. I still remember that was one of the first release games on the Wii U that I got, and then I had like a time where I reached down into the like little thing where you keep our like big spoons and stuff, and it had like an apple slicer or something, or not some kind of grater in there or something. Sliced my thumb open. The Wii U had just come out, and I wanted to play it. So I sliced my thumb like right down the middle, and then I band-aided it up over there. And then I was playing Tekken Online. I was like, "Ow, my thumb hurts," but I kept playing it, and there was blood all over my Wii U. playing that. Like an idiot. Oh my gosh. Yo, but that game okay, but yeah. I don't know if it's a hot take or not, but Tekken 8, I mean Tekken in general, that game needs a total revamping too. I mean it's still fun, but it's also still like you could have played Tekken 3 and you can still play Tekken 8. It's like the same.
Yo, I don't understand anything about Tekken. Like I honestly don't.
Same moves. I mean, it's kind of like Street Fighter where they have the same moves and stuff, but Street Fighter changed it up a little bit more with like the EX versions and whatever they have it now with the the Drive Rush thing. Change the game. And the hyper. Yo. Speaking of which, me and Zoldyck Zay has been on the podcast going to Evo.
Yo, when is that?
Yo, it's at the end of July, bro.
Yep. I'll be a married man by that time.
So you say I didn't see it happen. Yo, that's crazy. Yep. Yo, this is the true journey of the podcast from the days where Trey was ranting about not having women or women that were like bad, and then finding a girl, and now when you get to see he's at the end of the road here. It's been a journey.
I told her it's all come full circle. Yo, she was playing Mario. Yo, she was playing Mario Bros. 3. Apparently she had beaten that game.
As a youngin'?
Yeah, but I guess she played a lot, bro, because she knew what the secrets were. And I was like, that's pretty impressive. It's like I'll play Mario Bros. 3, and then like my brain will automatically just like go to where all the secrets are, and I'll always like rant to her. I'm like, yo, isn't that crazy? I haven't played this game like 15, 16 years. I played like hundreds and thousands of hours of other games, spent hundreds of thousands of hours in school, at work doing stuff, and you play this game, and you just like automatically know where the secrets are for some reason.
Oh yeah.
I was like, bro, that's wild.
Yep, some things never change, man.
And so yeah, she knew where all the secrets were and stuff. So
especially some of the games you play when you're little, those are the things you remember.
Yo, also I've been listening to the Kind of Funny game, bro. You gotta listen to that podcast.
I listened to their Family Feud ones.
Oh yeah, they do those. Yeah, the recent one was not good. It was like, I hate to say it, but there's one guy on here who's like, he's so dumb. Like he like
Which
every
one? I already know. I like I said, I watched like probably like 10 or more of those.
Bro, they had this one guy, bro. I cannot remember what the question was, but it'll be something like this. They'll be like, name famous brothers in video games. And he'd be like, buzzing. He'd be like, let's go with SpongeBob and Patrick. And we're like, what the freaking heck? Bro, and then the next guy
what's
be
that
like
guy
Mario
they call
Luigi.
something Mike? Yeah, something
Oh,
Mike.
yeah, I know you're talking. No, it's not. Yo, he's trying. Yo, he's a meathead, bro. I know you're talking. Yo, he kills me.
Was that episode of Family Feud? Where it was like, these questions have been designed by that guy Mike, whatever they are. They're all so stupid. It's so terrible. Everybody was like missing them so bad. Then it was revealed, like, and then they got so bad, then like they still kept missing them. They're like, this idiot. Why? It was all sports games. That was it. Stuff. And
bro,
then, yeah, go ahead.
Bro, you gotta listen to the episode that was like, first of all, the dude, his name was Blessing, bro. He 100, like, I told Maddie, and she was like, oh, he's Nigerian. I said, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, you can tell.
Nigeria. Yeah, and we were like, he was like, he definitely grew up in a Christian home. Oh yeah, he 100,000% did. He's like rebelling against it. Bro, you know what I mean? He's trying to like rebel against it. 'Cause you know that
Oh
his
yeah.
parents was like, "You also be a blessing. You also be a good boy. You also be my Nigerian."
Yep.
And he's trying to rebel. I was like, yo, give him 10, 20 years. He's going to be like a pastor or something.
Oh yeah.
But,
Yo, what
yo,
is he's still really nice, like really
he is, but
Christian, even if he doesn't like want to
yeah,
acknowledge
but
it.
yeah, but he'll try to downplay it because like one of the times he was like, yeah, back when I used to go to church, I used to have this, and we used to have to like, I don't know, I guess we'd have to like praise God or something. I was like, bro, he said I don't know, like he does 100,000% no, like bro, my brother, like come on, dog.
He
And
said, "Yeah,
but
what did he say?"
and like, it was something he was like, yeah, when I used to go to church, we used to go. I guess we would be like praising God. I guess we'd be doing that or something. I was like, my brother, come on, dog. You know, he's trying to act like he didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I was
Yeah.
like, my brother, come on, dog. Like, you know, man. Like, but
Yeah.
nah,
Yeah, but
you
what
gotta
episode
listen.
do I need to listen to?
Nah, listen to the episode where they go to Magic the Gathering, bro.
Kind of funny Magic the Gathering.
Bro, crying, man.
It was funny.
Yo, listen, yo, it's kind of funny, doesn't it? But no, listen to the episode, bro.
Is it learns how to play Magic the Gathering? Is that what you're talking about?
It's like how
Okay,
they go to the
tell me which one, because there's
convention.
a bunch of them. We're going to Magic Con Chicago,
Yeah, that one.
where they're visiting the
Hilarious.
con.
Yeah, hilarious, man.
It's funny.
Yo, hilarious, bro.
Yeah, but what are they doing? They're like going around the convention or what?
Nah, it's because like blessing and what's that one guy you just said, like Mike or something?
Yeah.
They went to the convention.
What was it? Was it Excite?
Yo,
Something bike Mike?
yo, yeah.
Dirt bike Mike or
Yeah, I can't
what do they call
remember.
him? Yo, if it has him in it, it's funny because that guy's
Yo, I know,
hilarious.
bro. It's hilarious.
No, I would say
yeah.
like Tim is kind of like dry humor funny.
Yo,
And
Tim
Greg.
is my favorite one because okay, every opinion he has on video games is like the exact same opinion that I had. It's weird. Like even back when
He
he had the
also
idea.
wins all of the Family Feud things. He wins all
Yeah,
of them.
well, it's because his knowledge is very Nintendo based knowledge and stuff. For the other guys, they like okay, like I said, the one guy, bro, it was hilarious. They were like, name a yellow video game character. And then they went to the one guy, he goes, SpongeBob. And then cracking up. I'm like, bro, are you serious? He goes, yeah, SpongeBob. It's like, it's like, what? It's like, bro. The next guy's like Wario. It was like, got it. It was like, bro, my guy, we're picking SpongeBob for a popular video game character off rip. Like, my brother, what is going on here?
Yeah, he's got problems.
Man. Oh,
Bro,
man. But yeah.
that's the easiest like
Oh,
YouTube
man.
form. Like, bro, they have a subject matter that the YouTube channel is about. Like, bro, just make a Family Feud episode. There's a gold every time. They just do
Yo, it was funny, man. But, the funniest thing ever was when Tim, that's why I brought that game, Nico Dorico, because Tim was like, yeah, he was like, yeah, 'cause like Donkey Kong Country 2 was like the best platformer ever. I was like, bro, he's smart. He was like, and then he's like, but Tropical Freeze, all them were really good. He's like, and this Nico Dorico game is like right up there. He's like, everything about it's good. He's like, I'm not gonna lie, the characters look a little furry OC. And so I looked it up, bro, crying, bro. Dude, have you looked up the game Nico Dorico? Yo, because furry OC, you say like they look like furry original characters, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, look up the game Nico Dorico now that I told you that, man. Bro, I showed it to Maddie, and she was like, get that off my screen.
How do you spell Nico Dorico?
Bro, I don't even... Bro, just YOLO spell it, and you'll find it.
Nico Dorico.
He said if you can get past the characters looking furry OC, and then...
Oh my god.
I told Maddie, I was like, why does this look so bad?
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, you sending photos of it too?
Yeah, bro.
Yo, it was definitely some furries making this game 100,000,000%.
Yo, him just saying it looked a little furry OC got me, bro. I was crying. And then I looked it up. I was like in tears.
Oh my gosh, get that off my screen. I agree, Maddie.
Oh man, I was like, bro. Yeah, look at the gameplay. I mean, it didn't look bad, but I was like, bro. I was like, they couldn't have. And I asked Maddie, I was like, bro, what is it about this? That like the Fox characters don't jump out at me as a furry OC, and Crash Bandicoot doesn't jump out at me like that.
Yeah.
But bro, something about the way these characters look, they just look like I can't even pinpoint it.
Yep.
But bro, they look bad.
Yep.
Yeah, they look really
bad.
bad.
Like an actual animal, it looks like somebody stuck random fur tail and random head top.
But bro, okay, so I'm gonna show you what Crash's sister looks like in the new games. But bro, she doesn't look furry OC. Like, can you see this? She doesn't look furry OC. She just look.
Oh my gosh.
But it's something about. But bro, it's something about the way that those characters look. They just
because they
freaking...
literally look like the outfits that they wear. That's why.
Like, bro, like, this looks so freaking bad, man.
Yep.
Yo. Oh man. Just crying, man.
Okay. Well, if we're side note, or another topic, bro. One reason I love Prince of Persia games is because they have one reason I love the Prince of Persia Lost Crown is because I played the old ones, and so I'm going back to that. And I used to get those every Christmas. I would get in the new one and beat it in like a day or two. I was just play it all day long until I beat it. And then I was going this one, but this is much different than those games in some ways, but they still have because it's not like it's not like 3D third person thing. It's like 2D, but it's still have like that puzzle element to it. But they also had the action and like you're building your character along the way, and it's huge. And I would say one of my favorite things on Nerd Tip, like I told you, is they actually use like real characters and names and like artifacts from the Achaemenid Persian Empire, ancient Persian Empire. Like, I'm on the part where you fight King Darius, or Darius, depending on how you want to pronounce it. The guy that comes up from his grave, rise from your grave. The big, huge guy.
Is he the main bad guy?
Huh?
Is he the main bad guy? No, he's not.
He's the main guy. Main bad guy's dad. That's dead.
Okay,
He gets up out of his grave and like he's like a giant where he's like swinging his sword that's half the screen. And you gotta do the Spider-Man zip zop thing everywhere around him.
Yeah.
He's like zombified. That's where I stopped. I was on that fight. But but that was a real king that like he was, aside from maybe King Cyrus, he's like the most famous ancient Persian king, King Darius. So it was just kind of cool. Like you said, the story is good, better than a lot of like 2D Metroidvania games.
Yeah, that game. It's fun, man. That game is. That's probably like.
Bro.
I was gonna say if I could rank my favorite game since the Switch era.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, I was about to say that exact same thing. How the heck did you know I was about to say that, man?
To me, I've told Wave and JR this a lot, but they don't care. But in no particular order, I would say Baldur's Gate 3, Elden Ring, Prince of Persia, Bro, I might put Tears of the Kingdom up there. But yo, I might put Tales of Arise up there too. Bro, but Tales of Arise, like, I love the game, but bro, there's so much bad about it. Like, I don't know if I can play it again.
Yeah.
But if I was forced to pick the last game, bro, yeah, I don't know if I could. Yeah, yo, I don't know, man. I don't know if I could.
Are we counting multiplayer or not?
No, I would do single player because multiplayer is like its own beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, mine would be like Xenoblade 3 and 2 and Breath of the Wild. And I haven't played, for a caveat, I've only gotten a little ways into Tears of the Kingdom, so I don't know about that one yet.
Tears of the Kingdom is better than Breath of the Wild every single way, like not even close.
Yeah, so I haven't gotten all the way, so I can't really put down the list yet, but it's fun so far. But anyway, those three would be up there, the two Xenoblade games, and then actually, Xenoblade 2, 3, and Xenoblade, the first one, Definitive Edition, and Breath of the Wild. Those would all be up there, and then Hades would be up there for me. Those would be mine.
Yeah, I wish I liked Hades more, but man, I just could not get into it. Like,
yeah, probably won me over with the lore stuff and the ancient Greek stuff. So then.
Oh, I forgot The Witcher 3. I don't know if I said that, bro. The Witcher 3 was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as far as multiplayer for me is easy. It's Splatoon, Pokemon Unite, Arena of Valor. Yeah, those are the main ones for me. Like, yo, because for Smash, like, bro,
it's
it
crazy.
was like
Arena of Valor was on the Switch, man. That's so crazy.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. That's so long ago, man.
Yeah, it's long ago. It's a mess.
So the Arena of Valor was good, but the problem with that game was it was a lot like Injustice, where it was like you were playing with the same people over and over and over. But it was fun, but it could take you like 10 hours to get into a match. Versus Pokemon Unite is the opposite. You're gonna be in a match day one, but everyone that's playing is like terrible.
Yeah.
So it's like, so you could wait 10 hours to play one match where everyone is good and you're having fun, but then the rest of the time you're playing with a bunch of 5-year-olds. Whereas, like, I feel bad because it's not, it's not their fault. They're just trying to have fun. But I just wish they did a better job of like making it fun for everyone, where people that are like bad can play and people that are good can play.
Yeah, my multiplayer would probably be like Pokemon Unite, Smash Bros. Shoot, what else is multiplayer? Switch. I'm blanking, bro. Multiplayer. I'm have to look it up.
Yeah, my biggest disappointments on Switch so far would be Mario Tennis, Mario Strikers.
Oh yeah, big time letdown, man.
I would say God of War Ragnarok. I mean, during the era, like, bro, I would say Deathloop. Oh man, I mean, I had no expectations for it, but man, I will never stop talking about how big of a letdown that oh, what's that Capcom game called that I got? Dragon's Dogma 2. Good lord, that game is bad. That game is bad, man.
Yeah.
Like Fire Emblem Engage, like, bro, like, that's the thing. That Fire Emblem Engage wasn't what I wanted, but I could play that game and have fun. I had fun playing that game. I just didn't do a lot of things right. Versus like Dragon's Dogma 2, like, bro, could not play it past like 2 or 3 hours. Like, this is bad.
Yeah.
Oh, also, yep, I gotta say, Pokemon Arceus, bro, that was like I had no expectations, but I had to rage quit that game. I just wasn't having fun. I was like, man, this is like a chore.
That's been every Pokemon game ever for you.
No, I mean, Pokemon Moon, I didn't mind Pokemon Moon. But the problem was, by the time I was getting closer in, they announced Pokemon Ultra Moon. So I was like, bro, why are they giving, like, now I have the scrub version of this game. I was like, bro, why bother? And I was kind of done with the 3DS at that point, anyways.
Yeah, it was on this last breath.
Yeah, so
I would say though, I mean, I liked Arena of Valor too early on, but I don't know if it'll make top. Well, oh no, multiplayer games. I would put Pokemon actually on Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield in there for multiplayer, for online multiplayer, not for their single player experience. But I love playing like the competitive version, not making teams and stuff. It's super deep stuff there. So it's hidden underneath the crappy game.
that's one thing I will say about Splatoon is that I get on that game, but I gotta say that the multiplayer for Splatoon 2 was not good, but the DLC was good. But the multiplayer for the single player for Splatoon 3 was good, and the DLC was like really, really good. Although at the end of the day, like I'm not playing Splatoon to play the single player.
Right.
But even though the single player DLC was, because Splatoon 1, I thought the single player was just awful. Like if I'm being honest, and then Splatoon 2, I thought like it was just enough. Like it was still not great. But I gotta say the DLC was really good for both. Like I wouldn't tell you like, hey, go out and buy it. But I'm like, if if you had the DLC, then I'd be like, yeah, you should go ahead and play it. But I'm not saying you gotta go out and buy it or buy it by any means.
Right.
Yeah. By any means.
Yeah.
Underrated game. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I would say, like, I know Wade didn't like it, but Amori, bro. I wouldn't say to buy that game, but bro, if you could watch a Let's Play of that game for the crazy story, you should do it. I would not recommend buying it, but bro, the story was just freaking crazy, man.
Oh yeah.
Yo, crazy.
I remember you and Wave talking about that one.
Yo, if you're not gonna play it, I'm gonna tell you what happens, man. All right. Yo, in this game.
I think you have told me a little bit about
it. I told you about that game?
Yeah. Back in a couple podcasts ago, actually.
It was crazy. I told you like the twist ending or whatever.
You did, but bro, I cannot remember what it was.
Bro, I told you about like the hanging type stuff.
Dude, like I said, this is 10 years ago.
Okay.
Not 10 years ago, but it was, however long ago you actually first played that game. You're like, yo, Maury, this kid in my class was playing something.
It was like 2 years ago. Okay, so in this game, I'm gonna give you the like, just long story short. It's about a game where this kid is like having trauma. And he's like in his own head. So he's built up his own world in his own head. So he's like stunted his growth and reliving like a time when he was like feeling something.
Yeah.
And he has these 3 friends. I can't remember their name. I remember it was like Hero or something else, and like this other boy and a girl. And then you go, and then you find his sister like on this picnic, and she gives him a hug, and he's like kind of scared, all this stuff. Mm-hmm. Then you go like into the present time, and like each day, so there's like 3 days in this. At the beginning, each day, like there'll be a knock at the door. You have a chance. You can either ignore the knock, or you can open the door. Mm-hmm. So, like, it's one of those games where you kind of cheat because you want to like get the good ending. So I kind of cheated and saw that I was supposed to, like, if I wanted a good ending, like I had to open the door and then accept to go outside. So like, at the bare minimum, I wasn't playing the game truly blind.
Yeah.
So like, when you're in his dream world, everything's going good, but then there's this other friend that comes up. I don't remember the kid's name, so I'm just gonna call him like Crystal. Okay, I don't remember his name. Crystal. And then so Crystal it's like, hey, I thought you were my friend, or whatever. Like, don't leave me. And like, Crystal gets like taken by this monster, and then like when you go to bed at night, there's this freaking monster like with one eye that looks at you, and it's like freaking scary as mess, man. Like, and then so like at the end, I'm like, Crystal's the only character that sees the monster outside the main character.
Mhm.
And so as you're going through the game, you'll like have to like do chores in the real world, and it's like because
Yeah.
he's moving in 3 days,
Yeah.
and so your old friends want to connect because there's some event that's happened,
Right.
and so like it's kind of like getting the game back together. So like you're playing two games.
Uh-huh.
You're playing like in his own world. That's where you're doing the RPG. But then you'll be in the real world where he's like talking to his old friends and things. Okay, so you're trying to also figure out the mystery because they talk a lot about like you always see his sister in his like imagination world, but you don't see her in real life.
Yeah.
Then you come to find out later in the game that she died,
Mm.
and then you're trying to she was always nice and everything, and then you find out like near the end of the game, you find out that she had hung herself,
Mm.
that she had committed suicide.
Mm.
And so, and he's dealing with a lot, like he's dealing with like this, like the guilt of like not helping her and all this stuff. And there's like this violin, bro. It is creepy as mess. But
Mm.
then you come to find out, like near the end of the game, is that he had like, because he's always scared of this violin and stuff. You come to see near the end of the game is that he had a fight with his sister and he pushed her down the stairs and like killed her.
Yeah.
And the friend named Crystal that like is always there, like kind of depicted as villain, like decides to like hide the murder or whatever, hide the body. And so they hang the body up in the tree so it looks like it was a hanging instead. And when they're walking away, the last thing they see is her eye just like looking through. And so that's like the monster. So it's like the telltale heart.
Yeah.
And so you have to like come to grips with it. And at the end, you have a choice of like revealing that you were the one that killed her and like telling your friends like no matter like whether they accept it or not, or you can like try to like kill yourself, like I know, rip to like to like atone for it, or you can try to like lie to your friends. And of course the good path is like to like confess and everything. And so like you're like, yo, the game is just crazy, man, because like it gives you the option to commit suicide. You're like this, like what the freaking heck, man?
Yeah.
And so it's like a really crazy game. Like it's cool, like it's cool and bad in a way. How it could be like dealing with mental health and like like oh like you could like you can't just stay shut up in the in the house all day long. You gotta go out, you gotta talk to friends, and and
Like
even if you did
everybody in
something
our
wrong,
world is dealing with.
I know. It's also like you gotta like ask for forgiveness and all that. So it's
Yeah.
pretty cool, but um, and the gameplay is actually kind of fun. Like you know, and it has music from the dude that made Undertale.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's pretty. It's one of
Every
those
Fox.
games where, yeah. So it's one of those games that's cool, but after you play it, you're just like, dog, I don't want to play that game.
Right.
So it's one of those
It's
games.
heavy.
I'm saying, huh?
I say because it's heavy.
Yeah, because like it hits you. Like when you're done, you're just like, what the heck? Because
Yeah.
I didn't see the plot twist coming, but I kind of saw the plot twist coming, but I didn't see it coming the way it did. Um, and so it was one of those games where you're just like, dang, bro. It's like,
Yeah.
after you're done, you're just kind of like, dang. And yo, it's like that game was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but I really like the way that they did it, where you're like in the dream world and then you're in the real world. I thought that was cool. I haven't seen a game do a game like a game do something like that before.
Yeah.
That part was really cool. And
That's
like, I just wish the game wasn't freaking crazy as like it was. And bro, when you're getting chased by the random thing in the mirror, bro,
cool.
freaking scariest moment. I was like, bro, what? dog, I was playing this game at night too, man. Yo, better show you, man. Oh man, yo, it is crazy, man.
Yo, before I forget, tell me about your parents falling in love with K-dramas.
Oh yeah, bro. Like, I wish I could tell you, but I don't understand that. So my parents, they've been watching the K-dramas all the time because my dad got into My Hero, and then after they got the Soccer of Days,
Yeah.
and then since then they've been watching like a bunch of anime, and then they started watching K-dramas. So I guess they got recommended to them. So now they're just like watching K-dramas like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll be finishing. I'm like, Mom, like, is it good? It's like, yeah, oh, this happened, all this. And I was just like, I guess. So, oh, have you and your fiance been watching it? Oh, but no. I was like, I don't even understand what's going on.
Yo, I got some recommendations for them. Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta
I
tell them to
can't
watch.
tell you if they.
You gotta tell them to watch Playful Kiss. Okay.
Hey,
You gotta tell them to watch. You gotta tell them to watch Boys Over Flowers. Okay, that's like a super popular one. Even Johnny's seen that one. Okay. And you gotta tell them to watch Airs, like Heirs, Airs. Those are three ones that stand out for me. We watched quite a few of them. Yeah. Although I wouldn't watch them by myself, but with your significant other.
Right now I'm trying to show you this game.
Yeah, you gotta tell them, man. You're blocking me right now from recommending good K-dramas to them. Yo, you gotta tell them, man. You gotta tell them.
If you message me and I'll remember. But right now I'm trying to show you, bro. I'm trying to show you this freaking part of this game, man.
Yeah, you show me the monster, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to
Did
find
you
a
send it?
Let's Play. No, I'm trying to find a Let's Play so you can see, like, so you get the context. Second. All right, let me see if I can find it. Yo, this might be. Let me see. Yo, if I can find this just right. Let's see. All right, hold on, man. Yo, what? Yo, I'm trying to find it, man.
All right.
Where's the? Yo. All right, hold on. Chill. Yo, if I can't find it right now, I'll find it later. But you gotta watch the LP of the Resident Evil, man. That is wild.
Yep. Oh, I gotta watch it, bro.
Yep, I ain't say you gotta play it, but
you watched any good anime lately?
I've been watching My Hero like a little bit, but I haven't watched all of it.
Is the new ones out?
No, I'm still in the season that just ended. Yeah, have you seen that season?
Just ended, meaning when?
It's season 6.
Yeah. Last thing I remember. Am I spoiling? Am I spoiling if I continue to talk right now?
Have you seen? Did you see? You saw the end fight where they fought Shigaraki, right? And then did you see? They're like planning for the war against them.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit. Say something.
Yeah, I said then they're planning for the war versus the bad guys, right?
I saw where Deku goes into his Spider-Man 3 emo mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, it's past that. I think that's the end of the 5th season.
Okay. And then like the last thing that they showed was like the wait, what's the last thing they showed?
The Star Stripe lady,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was the end of the 5th season. Yeah.
So they had more episodes come out after that?
Yeah.
Bro, why did I not hear about these things?
Yeah, you gotta watch it. The 60s. The 60s
I might have
good.
muted it on the internet or something because like I muted like I never see One Piece stuff on Twitter because I muted all the One Piece words because I kept getting spoiled. So I was like, nope. I never see.
Yeah,
I
I
haven't
mean,
seen anything for like a year on One Piece related stuff unless I purposely search it out.
yeah. So yeah, they're on the 6th. Or they're gonna be on the 7th season.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like midway through the 6th season. Yeah, it's pretty good right now. But I can definitely see why it was like why it ends because it's like it's closing all the like loop like all the stuff like there would be nothing left for the story wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see why they did it.
Well, do you watch any other anime lately?
Yeah, I watched some Sakamoto Days, bro. That
Yo,
one.
should I watch that? Oh, okay.
Yo, you can, but yo, bro, if you can, and you can tell me if it gets better, but bro, the budget feels very 2010 anime. But okay, you know what? I hope Zay doesn't hear this, but you know what? Whatchamacallit looks like? Bro,
What?
what's that anime? What's that anime called? That he likes, the funny one.
Kaguya?
Nah. The one that's like a parody.
Oh, Gintama.
Yeah, you know how that anime looks, bro? It looks like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like this is 2025. Like, how does it not look good? Bro, like on the flip side, like the Elusive Samurai, bro, that one looks like it looks like a movie, like a Studio Ghibli or like
What
type
is that
anime.
one?
Bro, it's trash.
It's trash.
Bro, like that's what I'm saying. Like it looks really good. Like it looks like you'd be like, dog, this looks really good. But then like it just did not grab me at all because it's nah. Like, you can watch it, but if you watch it, you might be like, bro, this is good. Like, man, this looks like the greatest anime I've ever seen.
Kind of like Mushishi. Everybody says that one's the greatest. It looks so amazing, and then like you actually watch it and you're like bored to tears.
I don't know which one that is.
You know Mushishi. That was on Netflix. I don't know if you ever watched it.
I haven't watched it.
It's not worth watching.
No, this
Although
one it looks
everybody
really
else,
good.
yeah, well, this one looks fantastic. Well, it did at the time, and then like everybody's rating it high on my anime list, and nope, not for me.
Yeah, this one it looks really good. Like the animation, everything about it. You're like, bro, this looks good. But
Yeah.
like just the plot and everything, I'm like, nah. So I'm saying
Yeah,
Sakamoto Days, it seems like I've said this before, Sakamoto Days is just Hitman Reborn for this generation. Like it's like a gag type anime,
yeah,
but it feels like it started off as a gag and then it gets deeper. But I'm like, bro, like My parents think the gags are funny, but it's because they haven't seen a lot of anime, so they haven't seen similar gags before.
Yeah. Some jokes.
Versus I'm watching it and I'm like, okay, I've like seen a lot of this before. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I know exactly what you're saying.
So I'm like, it's like nothing is doing is like surprising me, catching me off guard.
It's like I went out with one of the younger guys at church, and I like, what's your favorite anime? Because I knew he thought it was cool that I liked anime. He was like, Demon Slayer. I'm so excited for new season. I'm like, Demon Slayer, why, man?
I will say that you need to YouTube the fight from the second season of Demon Slayer, bro. That has some great animation.
Yeah, but I don't care. But that has a story behind it.
That's why I said you should YouTube it, because, bro, like that's what I'm saying. It's like the fight is good, but you will get like if you just watch the fight, you will understand the whole season. Like everything else, like every other episode is just filler because it's like I've said this before. They go to a city. They're like, "Who is the demon?" The demon will walk by them with the the traditional nose and mustache. So they're like, "Who could it be?" And the whole time they're like, "Who could it be? Who could it be?" And the demon comes and he fights him. He's getting bopped. He can't do anything. And the trainer comes along and fights him. But oh, that's not the real demon. This is the real demon. They fight and the trainer gets killed, and the demon gets killed. Like, bro, it happens every time.
Oh, and this might be the same thing that you were talking about for like your parents had seen anime or much anime versus Nidin, bro. I've seen Inuyasha when I was like a kid, man. Like, when I was like 11 or 12, I was watching that Toonami. It's the same thing. Inuyasha is the same thing as Demon Slayer. Like they were doing that many years ago, man. Like the village is a demon. The village, like bro, they're doing the same thing. Inuyasha had to defeat the demon, and the next episode was like, bro, that I've seen it. I've played these games before.
But here's the thing: in Sakamoto days, the dude is fat, but then he got serious, and then he had lost the weight and he was thin. My parents were like, "What is that him? He's thin. He's got power." I was like, that's like the most generic fat man trope in all of anime, bro. Like that is the most generic fat man trope of all. Like just bro, that's the most. Like, as I told you before, like when Oda, when he was like, bro, he even retconned Big Mom with being fat. Remember, I told you, I was like, bro, he's gonna make her skinny, and then y'all like, no, but bro, what did he do? In the side stories, she was skinny somehow, but bro, she was fat when she was a kid, but then somehow she was fat when she was like not a kid. Like, bro, what are we doing here? Like, bro, it's the
Hey,
biggest
weight
trope.
goes up and down,
You know what I
But
mean? Like,
yes,
it makes no
yes,
sense. Like it's just a trope for some reason. Like that the fat person is skinny, or like Oda loves the ugly person because attractive. Like he can't help it. Like he loves that trope. And so like when the fat guy became skinny, and I was just I was like, yeah, it's like, you know what I mean, bro? It feels like watching that anime feels like new games get like Wii U games getting released on the Switch. Like I'm not getting faked out or not getting shocked because of like it's all
Yep.
like popular tropes. Versus like if I watched Sakamoto Days for the first time, I'd be like, wow. But then if I went and watched Naruto, I'd be like, oh yeah, I've seen all this before. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Naruto by any means is like the most original anime, not by any means, but you know. It's just that I saw that one first.
Yep.
He got the benefit of Snake villain and all that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, this man. Okay, I'm almost finally finding what I was looking for in Amori, I think. No, it's still not there.
I didn't even know you were still looking for that, bro.
Yeah, this whole time been clicking through, but I think it's just difficult because people can pick different routes. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna find it.
It's all good.
Yeah, the only thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna type.
Good.
Let me see if I can find it. Yo, where? Yo, I cannot find what I'm looking for.
Somebody wrote a song about that.
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
You got it?
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe. All right, I'm looking. Is this a picture, a clip, or a link, or what?
Yo, I'm trying to find it, man.
Yo, one thing I want to know on the Switch, speaking of MVC, is Nintendo finally gonna have voice chat? Switch too. We have voice chat.
Yo, it should.
You mean like in the? I know they had it on some games on Switch actually, but you know they could have it like they've had since like the Xbox One on like the party system where you could like just stay in a chat with your friends while you're playing whatever. Bro, why haven't they had that yet? Yeah, we can use parental controls, man, for the kids. It's not that hard. I don't understand.
Okay, but with no context. Okay, it doesn't seem as bad. Okay, go to 322. Like, okay.
All right, bro, I'm going.
Okay, with context, you can go to the bathroom and you can go to the mirror and look at yourself in the mirror. Okay.
Okay.
And then just imagine you're doing that, and then one time, I don't know if it like randomly spawns or something.
So I'd have to wait a minute for it to happen.
Just go to like 322.
I did.
Yeah, then just watch it from 322.
Oh. I think I missed it, bro. I think I missed it because I was trying to turn the camera so I could see it. Oh gosh. Yeah. I'm not playing this game ever a day in my life. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I've never, ever played this game.
Bro, no, that's not even the one that got me, okay? Go to 340. Go to 344.
That's the one that got me just now.
Oh, where it made the noise?
Yes.
Yo, that's the one that got me, bro. It was normally quiet, and then like it was just like because you're at night, because it goes to the day and night cycle, and I'm just going, and I saw him in the bathroom. Like, cool, and I went back, bro. When it did that, bro, I was like, oh my god, I repent of every sin I ever did. Yo.
Yeah, for real though, man. That's so dumb. Yo, I'm not playing any game that wants to scare me, man. No, I'm not.
Yo, I didn't even know this game was a scary type game. I didn't even know it was horror. Like, I was like, what?
I don't like being scared, man. Not fun. I'm not too ashamed to admit it. I'm not playing that game, man. Can't do it. I am a chicken.
Yo, for real, man.
It is one of those things though where you're watching the show, and you don't, or you're playing the game that you didn't know was gonna be that creepy, but once you get into it, you're like, all right, I gotta see this through.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, that's what I'm saying. I had to play the game through because I was like, what the freaking heck?
That happens in Monster too, in the anime Monster. There's a mirror scene like that, but it's not like, it's different than that, but it's freaky as crap. And it gave me nightmares, man. It gave me nightmares, man. Yo, I know you're never gonna watch that anime. Just tell me.
Okay, hold on a second.
Just a minute. It's close up here for a minute.
Okay, hold on. Okay, bro, bro, I hate this, man. Yo, okay. Okay, hold on, about to send you. Okay, Dio, you still have the video?
Was.
Okay, go to 458.
Hang on. Go to the video and get to 458.
Yeah, go to 458.
All right, I'm doing it, and I'm gonna be scared. What is going on?
Yo, just keep watching, because he's just clicking the mirror, like spamming, clicking it.
I'm watching. Watching. Okay, it's getting a little dreamy. Wavy.
Yo, what number are you at now, man?
538.
Oh, you might have missed it.
What is it?
No, it was like you clicked it, you spam click it, and then it's like the eyes, just like in the corner.
Well, yeah, I might miss it just because of the way it's on my phone here.
Yeah, like it was just creepy because like you can spam it. I was like, bro, is that thing gonna be in the mirror? Because I'd be bracing for it. It's like in the doorway.
Mm.
And so like I'll be like, no, I'm not gonna be scared. I'm clicking it, and I was like, oh gosh, there it is. Yo, let me see if I can find another one.
Mm. Bruh. Yeah, the listeners have stopped listening at this point. If they're ever ready.
Yo, I hate this game, bro.
What game's that?
There's a Mori game, yeah, man. Yo, that's what I'm saying, man. The game's freaking crazy as that, man. I had to watch that in private view, so I don't have that recommended for me.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm about to go to bed, man.
All right, bro.
Yep. You gotta not think about Amori.
Alright.
Alright, man.
Alright. Well, tell the YouTube world whatever you want to tell them.
Yep. Yo, y'all can find me. I'm standing in line for the Switch 2 is where y'all can find me.
Yep. Where's your Twitter at?
Yep. My Twitter, or if I was on what you would call it, if I was on, it was kind of funny, I'd say my Blue Sky, and I was thinking. My Twitter is Rono Trey 15. I was like, yo, y'all need to stop, man.
Mine's at Kings_hockey. Or you can find me arguing with atheists because I ran into
Yo, matter of fact, who are the guys that knock on your doors from door to door?
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah, so I was going. So me and Maddie were in her apartment. And we get knocked on the door. I was like, what? And she looked. She's like, I think there's 3 guys out there. And I looked. I see no one. So I go around the back door so I could go. And I look. There's like 2 of the typical Jehovah's Witnesses, and there's like these 2 dudes with beards. Like they're like like black or even Middle Eastern. They say, hey, can we talk to you? Oh, actually, I'm busy. So too busy for God, bro. I was like, gotta go. He was like, nah, don't even hit me with that, man. I was like, y'all don't even want to know what I'm about to talk to y'all about.
Yeah, man. Anyways, we'll see what happens when the new thing comes out next week.
Yo, that's wild. That's next week.
Yep. One of the last recordings of the podcast is going to happen on Skype. Skype is dead. RIP Skype. All right, bro. I'll let you go.
All right. Peace.
Peace.